Okay, now that we have an endpoint for hello, in this video, we'll create an endpoint for movies that is going to return us a list of movies. Now, we need a class that is going to hold details about each movie. So for that, what we'll do is we'll create a package called model that is going to have a class called movie, and this class is going to hold details about each movie. Now, what are the details that we can think of? Each movie can have a director who has directed the movie. It can have a list of actors who have acted in the movie. A movie can have a release date, like when was it released and things like that. So for that, what we'll do is we'll create private member variables for each of these fields. So in order to save time, I have this ready. So let's copy paste this here. Okay. And okay, let's import this list. All right. Now let's create getters and setters for each of these variables. Now we could use Lombok to avoid all this, but for now, let's use the getters and setters. Okay. Okay. Also, let's create a constructor that will include each of these variables. Okay. So let's generate a constructor. Okay. Now we have the constructor ready. We have this movie class ready. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the controller and we'll create that endpoint. So we'll create a method that is going to return a list of movies, right? So this is going to return a list of movies and I'll call this get movies. Okay. Now we don't have a list of movies yet because we are not connected to the database. So what we'll do is we'll create an example list of movies here within this method. Okay. So I'll call it movies new array list. Okay. Because list is an interface, we need array list to initialize this list. All right, let's import this. Let's import this and let's import this. Okay, now let's create a movie object, okay, that is going to hold details about a particular movie. Now we can think of any movie that we like. Let's say, okay, Titanic. All right, so we need to give an ID. Ideally, the database would generate the ID for us. So right now, let's say 123, okay, test 123 or something, okay. And what all do we need? Okay, movie name. Like I said, let's have Titanic as the movie. And to get some details for this movie, what we'll do is we'll go to Google search. Let's take the help of Google, right? All right. Now, all right, we have some details here. We can copy paste them. So this is the movie description, right? Let's go back here. Yeah, this is the description. Okay, this is exceeding this line, so let's put this in the next line. All right, and the next field is going to be what was the next field? It is the director. Okay, okay, who is the director? So it's James Cameron, right? Okay, so we'll put the director, and the next field is language, so it is English. And what else do we have? Okay, list of actors. So for this, what we'll do is we need an array list. So we'll create a new array list. All right. And what we'll do is we'll do arrays dot as list of, need to import this, and we'll, so the actors are, yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, what we'll do is we'll add this movie to the movies list and return this movies, return the list of movies. In this case, we have only one movie, but ideally we'll have more. So we don't have a get mapping yet, so we need that endpoint. So we'll create that get mapping for the slash movies endpoint. Now what I'll do is I will save this. Let's stop this and start it again. We'll start this. Okay, now let's go back and instead of hello, let's try 4 movies. Okay, awesome. So we have the movie that we sent from our application, right? So Titanic, the description. All right, this is ugly. We don't want this slashes or whatever, right? So, okay, probably we'll fix it later. All right. For now, at least, just to recap, what we did is we created an endpoint called slash movies that is going to return us a list of movies, right? And in order to do that, first we created a package called model, and inside that package we created a class called movie that has these fields. We created getters and setters, and we went back to the controller. We created an example movie, and then we ran this application, and then we were able to see all these details on our. Okay, this is not the UI yet, but we know that this application is at least, this endpoint is at least running fine. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you.